Welcome to another episode of 3rd and 3. Coach, we're finally here. 1,000th is upon us, and we want to talk about that a bunch. But before we do, we want to preview the game because at the end of the day, we want to be 1-0 after Friday night. So we've got the Wilkinson County Warriors, our neighbors from the north, coming in. And I know they've always got an athletic, talented team. So what are we doing as the Irish get prepared to take on the Warriors?
Well, you're right, Jay. A lot of athletes. They're not going to dress a lot of guys, but the ones they're bringing are pretty good. Coach Keldrick Burke up there is really starting to get his stamp on his program. He's from an offensive standpoint. They started out sort of in a wing T style like us under center. They have evolved that into a shotgun, pistol, gun, wing T offensive system. That's what they're using as their philosophy. They'll jump in a little heavy set and run the ball right at you out of a power set and those type things. But a couple of quick athletic backs, a couple of big strong backs, offensive line. This point in the season looks like they've continued to improve from their film in the spring to where they were in the fall. Defensively for them, I think the number one word is aggressive. You know, they're lining up and they're attacking, trying to create new lines of scrimmage. On the film study we had, 50% of the time, at least one linebacker was involved in a blitz.
Wow.
So they're bringing the heat, bringing the pressure, and our offensive linemen being able to handle the calls and checks that need to be made up front. It's going to be pretty big for us. It's hard to evaluate their kicking game because they didn't do any of it live in their scrimmages. So it'll be, the kicking game is a big question mark, but execution in the kicking game on our end, making no major game-changing mistakes will be a big key to our success.
And a big key, too, is going to be all of you guys coming out and supporting this team this season. We had a pretty good crowd for the scrimmage, I would say. Typically scrimmages, you're not going to get a giant packed house, but I thought we carried pretty well. And, Wilkinson County always has an athletic team. But, I know it's going to be a game, and I'm ready for us to get out there. And so make sure that you guys come off. Kickoff is at 7:30, but we've got a lot more to talk about when we come out of the break here when we get to our Optum Player of the Week. Now, as you see, we didn't have a Player of the Week because, we didn't have a game last week. Exactly. We'll have one next week, and then hopefully through week 15, 16, somewhere around in there, that'll be the goal at least. And, Coach, we want to thank our folks at Optum when we get the chance because Coach Melissa and Doc, they take care of our kids all the time, make sure that everybody's on point. Treatment always seems to be getting took care of, and it's not just for football, it's for our entire athletics program.
The whole athletic program here at the school, and it's great to have that type of support and people you can lean on. They do a phenomenal job.
Yes, we're so thankful, and you guys, if you see them, please be sure to give them a wave or a shake of the hand because they do a phenomenal job taking care of our kids. See them on the sidelines all the time. I hope they're bored this week. That's my goal.
We want them to be able to enjoy the game and not have to work much.
We want them to spectate. We don't have to facilitate. But, Coach, we've got so much going on Friday, and it's going to kick off really bright and early. We want you guys to tune in at 6 a.m. Friday morning. 13 WMAZ, Alex Forbes, and the weather team is going to be out here live reporting from Shamrock Bowl to kick off our 1,000th celebration. Then when we sprint up to 10:30 in the morning, we're going to have a big giant parade with more than 60 participants marching in the parade. It's been unbelievable, the community response. And I know for you as a coach and a longtime Dublin person, this has to mean a lot to you, not just as a football coach, but from a community standpoint.
Well, when I saw the list came out last night and all the different spaces that were being taken up and the community getting involved and putting a float or a vehicle or representing their business within this was huge, and we do appreciate that. I think Dublin, the Shamrock Bowl, has meant a lot to a lot of people over the years. A Friday night football game, a great crowd in Dublin, whether it be in an away crowd or a home crowd, it all goes back and it energizes our economy within the city because people are eating out, they're buying gas, they're doing a lot of different things that help everybody.
Yes, and that's just the beginning of the day. We've got so much more going on. At 3:10, we're going to try to have everybody come out and celebrate our players as they march into the field house to start for their pregame preparations. You guys come out and meet us out in front of Shamrock Bowl, and we're going to be getting everybody lined up around 3 o'clock, and we'll see the young men marching across the practice field. We want to celebrate these guys. This is going to be similar to what you see in Green Bay. Now, we don't have bicycles to give, but you see these kids marching out, and we want to thank one of our players for coming up with the idea and suggesting it. I know that means a lot to you to see the players bought in like they are. And then, Coach, we're going to be tailgating all evening while you're getting ready for the game. At 5:30, WMAZ is going to be doing a live tailgate show right over here. Frank Malloy and the whole team, Ben Jones, all the guys are going to be out here. Want to thank them so much for putting in so much effort into celebrating this game with us. WGXA has also talked about coming out here and doing some live weather remotes. Want to thank Jeff Cox and his team for everything they do. But I know, Coach, it ends up being about the game. So while we're celebrating our Hall of Famers, we're celebrating our tradition and our history, I know you want to make sure at 7:30 that there's a lot of keisters and seats celebrating this year's Irish squad.
Well, we need the fan support as always. You know, teams feed off the emotion that come out of the stands. Our people do a great job of getting behind these young men year in and year out. This one's no different. Let's get it kicked off the right way. And win, lose, or draw, I understand that Dublin City Schools is going to be putting on their largest fireworks show in the history of Dublin City Schools. So that's going to be neat to see. Let's just hope the guys with the radio or the weather forecast do their job and keep the rain out of here Friday night. Pressure's on you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna pray and hope for the best, but we want you guys to come out. This fireworks show is going to be something similar to what you remember happening around Shamrock Bowl whenever we used to have the 4th of July celebrations years ago. It's going to be something unlike you've seen around the city of Dublin in a while. We want you guys to come out and support the team, support our band, support our cheerleaders. Again, former players, band, cheerleaders, we want you guys coming to this game. Hall of Famers, come, because we're going to be celebrating y'all across the parade and at the game that evening. And even if you just want to come hang out, we're going to have tents everywhere. I know there's going to be food and fellowship and fun. Make sure that you come out. I want to thank again all of our parade entries.